Hey guys, how's it going? I am hoping that everything is working right. This I'm streaming on YouTube, so it is a whole different ball of wax, and I'm not quite used to it. Welcome to the Tuesday night unexpected, last minute, unplanned, sort of, members only live. How are you guys doing tonight? Hi, Dawn. I saw your live earlier. I missed it by like 5 minutes. Are you off on a cruise ship right now? That sounds just lovely. And I want to talk to you more. I'm assuming you've been busy. Hi, Fuzzy. How are you? I hope things are well. I want to talk to you more, Dawn, about that thing you messaged me about. I have a Facebook group that I've had for quite some time that I will add you to, that may be an interesting addition to the mix of what you are thinking about. I've not done anything with it over the last 3 years. To my great dismay at this point. Oh, I wondered if it was an old one that had just uploaded. But I couldn't, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that makes sense now. I get it. Totally cool. You guys, y'all. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice? Hi, Dusty. How is my favorite people? One of my favorite people. How are you doing? How are things treating you? So, if y'all didn't know, we decided on Sunday that we were going to do a totally different book for Scientology Book Club. Totally different book. We're not going to do Catherine Spellino's book. And so that meant that we didn't need to do Tuesday night book club. So that's why y'all are getting a special Tuesday night live. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Why are you annoyed, Dusty? Why are you annoyed? So I have also scheduled, I'm taking a page from Maurice, and I thought we could try a members only Zoom call on Sunday morning. I am sorry, it's been a crap day. It's been a crap day here, but for slightly different reasons, weather-related reasons that are unfortunate. We have a bomb cyclone about to go off here in the Portland area. And our drain in our driveway clogs, and lots of rain. Yeah. Lots of rain for you too. Our drain doesn't drain. We get big puddles in front of the garage door. And so hubby is concerned, what with the bomb cyclone coming, He is slightly concerned that no, I need to go more this way. That looks a little better. He is slightly concerned with the bomb cyclone coming, that the drain will make the drain being clogged, the puddle will flood the garage. So he had the drain folks out here this morning, first thing, to try to clear the drain because he'd done everything he could and it still wasn't clearing. Oh my, you guys, we have to take a pause to the story. So you're going to have to remember what it was I was talking about, because we got to take a pause to the story because somebody has somebody wants to come see you. But the problem is, I don't know how to change my camera. I can't change my camera streaming from YouTube. So there's going to be the background there, and you guys aren't going to be able to see him very well. See, he disappears. He's so black. He totally disappears. Look at that. Yes, you did hear someone whining. You absolutely heard someone whining. He thinks he is just miserable. He thinks he is just you don't need to lick my face. We can live without my face. Apparently we can live without your face too. I don't know how to make this background disappear when I'm on YouTube Live. It doesn't give me control over what camera I'm using. I'm unclear what the deal is. You just keep disappearing. Yeah. Oh, right there. Right there. That's what I needed. Right there. No, not. Okay. I give up. I give up. Here he is. Okay, that's enough of that. Now it's time to get down. Thank you. Now behave yourself. Thank you. So, hubby had the drain folks come out, and they put the snake in the drain. They put a big old snake up the drain, and they found roots. So they gave us a estimate to excavate and build a new drain right through the asphalt. So right before Thanksgiving, we're going to excavate a big old new drain through the asphalt in our driveway. Not to mention that we don't want to spend money on that right now. So instead, what we are going to do, what hubby did, is he went out and he bought a pump. And he put the pump in the water Dusty. Dusty's on it. We're using a pump. He got a pump. He got it hooked up. He got a hose. Yep, you're too late. He got a pump. He's got a hose going to the ditch in the front of the yard. We are good. So now we just have to hope that the storm doesn't blow anything away. And that is that. I had an interesting day today, y'all. I went and I took a trip. I didn't know this was a thing, but let me show you what I did today. This was so much fun. So, yeah, we've been through these types of storms before. Yeah, they happen every once in so often. They're just, I mean, we get high winds and storms. Hello, Miss Sunrise Dawn. How are you? So this is what I did today, you guys. I didn't even know there was a ferry for this. But here we go. There is a ferry for this. I know you were Sunrise Dawn. No. Oh, good. You can turn members only mode off and off. That is really handy to know, Sunrise Dawn. Hey, Susan. I didn't know you guys could turn subscribers only on. That's cool. So this is what I did today. Let's show this video. Oops. I don't think I shared the audio. You guys are going to have to tell me if you can hear the audio. Hi, Susan. How are you? Okay, tell me if you can hear the audio.
It is part commuter passage, part tourist attraction, and part of the history of the Willamette Valley.
And with that, Foxville 20 Martin.
Okay, let's try that again. Could you hear it? You could hear it? Yeah, that's because I had it on 2x. Hold on, here we go.
Part commuter passage, part tourist attraction, and part of the history of the Willamette Valley.
And with that, Foxville's Tony Martinez has more about the Canby Ferry in today's Behind the Wheel.
On paper, the Canby Ferry makes no sense.
There used to be 100 ferries in Oregon. Now we're down to 3.
But the Canby Ferry doesn't run on paper, it runs on the Willamette.
You get across the river here, you kind of slow down. It takes 2 minutes to get across, and you get across to the other side, and you're in the heartland of the Willamette Valley. It's
that ferry fits like 4 cars, y'all. Did you see how tiny that
Westland
is?
and Canby for over 100 years.
I kind of think it's the gateway to Clackamas County in the Willamette Valley.
Indigo, how are you, dear? It is really good to
About
see you.
100 cars cross every day, up to 6 at a time, with a top speed of 7 miles an hour. The crossing takes just about 2 minutes, which, as it turns out, is just long enough to begin to relax.
You get on the freeways, 70 miles an hour, you don't get to see Oregon. You see down the freeway.
The Canby Ferry runs from 6:45 in the morning till just past 9 at night. Beyond that, there's really no schedule. When a customer shows up on either bank, they just go get them.
Most of the people that use the ferry are regular customers getting back and forth to work,
Excellent,
except for on the
Indigo.
weekends.
Breakfast for dinner
Weekends
stuff.
is a different story.
That's when the sightseers show up. They're easy to spot because they head right for the observation deck.
We have people really from all over the world that come just to go across the ferry.
The fare is $5 for cars, $2 for bikes and pedestrians, but the ferry loses money. It's currently the subject of a feasibility study. Options like a fare increase, toll bridge, or decommissioning the ferry are all on the table.
I hope it stays forever so we have that history.
So that is the story of the Canby Ferry. Breakfast for dinner is the best. It totally is the best. I'm glad you guys are all getting your dinner. I had breakfast this morning and I ate so much that I am still full. Okay, guys, I have got to show you this. You will not believe this. So let me. Why doesn't it sync? Okay, now we got it. So the other thing we did today is I had to go. Your granddaughter had her 1 week checkup today. She's gaining weight and the doctor says she's doing great. They're worried about PPD. Yes, she needs to contact her OPD or her OB. That's really important. PPD is really important. So, hanging out with my client today, they went inside to get a crochet hook and a measuring tape, y'all. A crochet hook and a measuring tape. And he came out with a measuring tape that said this. The measuring tape is 144 inches on the front and 288 inches on the back. Does that make any sense to y'all? I have never known. I mean, like, I could not, for the life of me, figure out how is the measuring tape longer on the back than it is on the front? How is that possible? Right, Fuzzy? Does that break your head? It broke my head. It's a measuring tape, a regular old measuring tape like this one. Little Sunrise is going to be amazing and cute. Okay, yes, she needs to keep a tight eye on that Sunrise. Indigo, I was reading Sunrise's comment and your name popped up in its place. That's what it happens. Yeah, she's going to be pretty amazing. She's going to be pretty amazing. So like I said, guys, we're not going to do the members only book club anymore. For a couple of reasons. Good. Good. For a couple of reasons, I quit the members only book club. It was a ton of fun. And I've been really enjoying it. And we haven't been getting a ton of participation. And I could not read Catherine Spallino's book after having just read Jenna's book. Yeah, Indigo. Nobody ever flips over a measuring tape. That's just like, really? Really? They say that so you can flip it over to keep measuring, but like, no shit, you flip it over to keep measuring. But that doesn't mean it's longer on the back than it is on the front. Makes no sense. Of course you can measure 288 inches on 144 inch. I mean, you can measure any multiplier of 144 inches that you want on 144 inch measuring tape. You have a suggestion on a book? Okay, Dusty. For now, we're going to do the book we were doing for members only book club instead of Catherine's book club, instead of Catherine's book. Because as Indigo will tell you, the members only book for this month. Exactly, Fuzzy. I mean, because that would be not very useful, wouldn't it? But 144 inches is a lot of inches. I don't know who just flips it. Well, I mean, maybe people do that. I suppose I shouldn't talk where I don't know what I'm talking about. If I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm showing my ignorance, please somebody tell me to shut up. But my brain literally broke at longer on the back than it is on the front. So what book? What book, Dusty? Right, Fuzzy. It literally, my client read it out loud to me, and I was like, what does that say? How do they think it can be longer on the back than it is on the front? That is not a thing. That does not work. How is that possible? Very shady. Very shady. So what book, Dusty? I claim to have a drama-free channel. Oh, I try to have a drama-free channel. It's just the drama of the drama of the tape measure. The drama of what book Dusty's gonna recommend. That's what I'm dying for. He's keeping me on pins and needles. Right, Indigo? So instead of members only book club, we're going to do a members only Zoom call. Google says something about the metal hook at the end of the tape measure. I don't know anything about a metal hook at the end of a tape measure. There isn't a metal hook at the end of the tape measure. Okay, Dusty. It's an L. Ron book. Do we have to read an L. Ron book? Really? Really? I mean, I'll believe you if you say so. If that's the one we want to read next. This one, you guys, Indigo. There is on Carpenter's measuring tapes to hold it. Interesting. I can see putting non-cytology related books in between because the trauma is a lot. Indeed. And I think there are books that are related to Scientology that we might that are informative that might not be traumatic, like this one we're reading now, Indigo. I think you're totally right. Tell them how cool the book is, Indigo. Talk it up. Tell them they need to read it. It's pretty amazing. There is for carpentry ones. He only writes in gibberish. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm worried about, Dusty. Won't it just be gibberish? It certainly won't be available on Kindle, but I wouldn't feel bad about reading it out loud. There's that. I wouldn't feel bad about just reading it out loud verbatim over the internets. So instead of the members only book club tonight, we are having a members only Zoom call on Sunday morning. So it is so cool. Yes, really read it. Really, you guys. If you haven't looked at this book, it is such an interesting book. I can't babble about it enough. Hi, Robert. How are you? It is good to see you. It was thought-provoking, and we did have an excellent discussion on it. So this is the book. It's available on Chicago Press, and it's also available on Amazon. So we are reading the first chapter called Origins, which is kind of like a foreword. And so we will read that one. It's really good to see you, Robert. I saw the pictures of your no, those were the pies you sent me that I already showed, aren't they? Am I thinking you sent me something new? Now I'm going to have to check if I'm just. No, I showed them. Okay. See, I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything because you send me so much cool stuff. They're still gone. Yes, we saw them, and yes, they're still gone. Yeah, we did see them. Thank you for that. It's one of his sci-fi books. Mark Bunker said you should check it out. Yes, I hear you, Dusty. If Mark said we should check it out, then I will take his recommendation via you, and we should check it out. Absolutely. We can try it out next time after we read this book. Please go get this book, you guys. It's so interesting. It's so fascinating. And we're only on the first chapter. We're not even on the first chapter. We're still on the beginnings, on the origins. So Sunday morning is a members only live, members only Zoom call. You all should have seen the community post, and it has the Zoom link in it. There's already a Jasper in her place? Really? Sunrise, you need to kick him out. You need to kick him out. Tell him later, boy. Later, later, later. I think we are gonna see, you guys. I have lost so much weight. He sleeps quieter when he's in the bed. Oh my. Oh my. I can understand that. They make the rules. I've never had a beagle. I adore beagles, but I could never own a beagle. I mean, my dachshund makes the rules. Why wouldn't what's different about a beagle making the rules? I'm curious. I'm curious. What's different about a beagle making the rules? See, y'all are agreeing. No, I've never had a beagle. Clearly, I've never had a beagle. Are they pretty silly? They look pretty silly. I've always thought they're pretty silly. Yeah, Jinx, you too. That's funny. Sunrise Dawn, how's Nance's defense coming? Is everything moving along just fine with that? I only got to see just a few moments of her live, but I hope that she's doing well and that she is making progress in her case so that she doesn't end up having problems from that. It's kind of terrifying. It's kind of a terrifying thing. I'm picking at myself. I'm tired and uncomfortable and problems for sure. One comes over to your backyard, then looks at you like I'm intruding, like rude man. That's hilarious, Kristen. Is she having problems? That's unfortunate, Susan. You need to go back and watch the replay, but apparently there was an issue of a... Yeah, I heard that. Protester putting his name in chalk and they claim it was her spouse. I heard that he barks at you in your own backyard. Well, Orion does that. He barks at folks in their own backyard. It's no end of trouble for me. I don't know what to do about it. I started on some new rocks today, y'all, while I was killing time. Here's one. That's the beginnings of a snowman. And here's the other one. I'm not sure what she is. I'm not sure what she is. Your boy does that to all the neighbors and every house we pass going down the road, too. Yes, Sunrise Dawn. I hear you. I hear you for sure. A corgi barked at you. Well, corgis own the world. A corgi owns the world. Corgi barked at you because I crossed the sidewalk to your own apartment. Corgis own the world. I mean, like, don't step 1 inch out of line around a corgi. Well, that's because they are too good for us, Kristen. They are, by definition, they are too good for us. We are blessed to have them. Reminds you of a pomegranate? Ah, that's interesting, Indigo. This one reminds you of a pomegranate? Interesting. The snowman rock feels like a threat. I like snow. Living with a beagle was the first time I existed in a high control environment. That is hilarious. Susan, I've got neighbors on 1, 2, 3, 4. Four sides plus a corner. I've got neighbors on 4 sides plus a corner. Because the property line, one of my property lines intersects with 2 property lines. So I have 4 houses. And several of them have dogs, but Orion seems to be a little more barky. Yes, I live at the Pentagon. No, it's like this. It's my backyard. This is the back. These are the sides. And I've got a neighbor over here at this intersection. And then this property line, I've got different neighbors on this part of the property line that are on that part of the property line, if that makes sense. Hubby called. Field goal, exactly. L7? I don't know. It is Pictionary. I don't have a piece of paper to draw you a picture, guys. You're giving me so much grief. I'll call the first Minnesota goodbye early. See what you guys do to me. Making fun of me on my own stream. I see how y'all are. I see how y'all are. So, members only Zoom call. I would love to see all of y'all there. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And we will do those once a month until we figure out something else to do for members only, y'all. Yeah, making fun of me on my stream. And you guys think it's funny laughing at me. Start treating you like I treat the trolls. The trolls that show up. Not that mom look. I don't even know if I can do the mom look. I'm not sure if I can do the mom look. I If I need to let Jasper out and he decides he doesn't want to go, usually I have to pick his stubborn self up and shove him out the door. Blow me fuss. She does do that, doesn't she? She does do that. That's the mom look? Okay. I've been told I have a very excellent mom look. I have been told. It was very funny when I got my eyelids lifted because they were hanging so far down over my eyes that it was impeding my vision. And after that happened, now you're working on the grandma look, those are really different. I think those are more like, of course you can have more cookies. You want another cookie? Here you go. Totally forgot what I was saying. Not even high, y'all. What was I saying? Oh, the lid lift. Thank you. For 6 weeks after I got the lid lift, my children and my husband thought I was angry at them. Because that's what I do when I'm angry. I flash my eyes. So for 6 weeks, they thought that they were in trouble. Every time they looked at me. Lids lifted. Yeah, I got my lids lifted. Every single time. They would look at me and be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "What?" And they'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "What?" We had these conversations. It was a bad scene all around. It was a bad scene all around. What? Yeah. What? So, first Minnesota goodbye, y'all. Now I'm going to get high. Indeed, first Minnesota goodbye. I'm going to miss this fall background. You know what we could do, guys? Do you want to help me create my Christmas background? Let's help me create a Christmas background. Let's see. Hold on. Let's take a look. So I want to create a background, a Christmas background. So I need a prompt, you guys. Whoops, wrong one. Let's try that again. I need a prompt. Christmassy winter. What screen am I sharing? I'm sharing the wrong screen again. One more time. That one. Okay. A Christmas tree. Let's see. Okay. A fireplace. Okay. What else? Ah, multiple Christmas trees. Okay. Christmas trees. How are we doing? Icicles, stockings on the fireplace. Okay. What else? Anything else, guys? Okay. And garland, a mantle filled with decor and garland and mistletoe. How's that, Susan? Garland and mistletoe abound. Let's see what that does. That might be reaching. Okay. Microsoft AI design. Yep. Okay, guys, let's see what we get. My goodness gracious. Here we go. Here's the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Which one do you guys like the best? Claudio's going to see Santa on Saturday. Probably not Jasmine, though. Your daughter doesn't want her around many people yet. Yeah, probably a good idea. ASMR typing. 1. That's one that we're looking at right now, y'all. Y'all like 1? Icicles from the ceiling. I can try it. Yep, I can try. It already says outside. You can't. I can try this. Let's try this. Okay, let's try enhance prompt. Not inside. 3 because it'll look because I like them all. Can we put Davy and Andrews looking through the windows? Okay, let's try one more. Okay, here we go, guys. 5. I don't think we're going to get icicles not in the house. 6, 7, 8. I think we've gone too far. There's too many now. Although I'm kind of really attached to this one, guys. Do any of you like 8? 8, 7, 6, 5. I might be liking 8 just because it's different. Aren't they fun, y'all? I have so much fun. 6 and 8. Y'all like 8? Aren't they so much fun, Kristen? 7 and 8? Okay. We will do 8 because I'm quite fond of 8. It's different than all the others. Hey, Red, you want to see the art we just made? We just did an art project. Let me show you the art we just made. We made a winter background because this Thanksgiving background's not going to be any good after next week. So we tried out making a background. And so we got this first one. You get 4 per prompt. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we edited the prompt just a little bit. And we got 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 and 8. Three Christmas trees. Yes, you finally made a live. We have missed you. Can't see anything. What the actual fuck, YouTube? Okay. Can you see? Can you see now? Please tell me you can see it now. Can you see it now? Did I really say the F word? Okay. So let's start again with this, Red. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we weren't really sure about any of those. Nothing stood out. So we edited the prompt a little bit and we got 5, 6, 7, 8. So what do you think, Red? I know, isn't it amazing? It's pretty amazing. They come up with some really great stuff, Kristen. Can I email you number 8? Yeah, I can, Robert. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to put little Davy in it? That would be actually funny. Just don't make him stand out too much. Hide him like behind the trolls. I could if I could find my email, Robert. Hold on. I will send it to you right this second. There you go, Robert. It is in your inbox. It is all yours. Do what you will. You add something? Okay. You're very welcome, sir. You're very welcome. So that was fun, guys. And we're at the second Minnesota goodbye. I wonder, I've got the award. We didn't have anybody show up for the third Minnesota goodbye on Sunday. Or we didn't have anybody show up for the third Minnesota Goodbye, rather, on Sunday. And so you like 7 and 8? Yeah, we were all kind of landing on 7 and 8, Red. Thank you. Thank you. I like 8 the best, but 7's a solid runner-up. It's funny how they're all really good, though, isn't it? Exactly, Kristen. I'm probably forgetting things again. So I've got the third Minnesota Goodbye Award from Sunday night because nobody won. So I've got that for tonight. It's kind of a backup award, but it's really good, y'all. It's really, really good. You will like it. Whoever shows up for the third Minnesota Goodbye. The Matrix has been glitchy today. Hey, we've got a bomb cyclone going off. We've got a bomb cyclone going off. I will have to make my moderators their very own awards. That I can do. I will have to make X mod wards. There you go, Kristen. I will have to make my moderators their very own award. And that, considering I've got Cricket as a moderator, that's going to be challenging. Because Cricket's AI skills far outpace mine. Yeah. They got to do something. Child number 4 came home today and said that they had volunteered to help out with drama club on occasion with setting up the stage. And so they came home with did you get your own? Yes, you did, didn't you, Fuzzy? Shit, y'all. Lost my train of thought. Oh, daughter. Child number 4 came home. Working in the drama club. Needs us to sign permission slip for working in the drama gut. It's a book about, Messiah or Madman. Thank you, Sunrise Dawn. You found the book. It's not an L. Ron book, but it's a book about L. Ron. L. Ron Hubbard, Messiah or Madman. Yeah, let's read that one after. I think that would be an excellent one to read after we finish this Mystics and Mutants book. So child number 4 comes home with this permission slip that they need us to sign. And the permission slip wants a $75 fee paid to the drama club. And we were like, yeah, no. We're not going to pay the drama club for the privilege of you helping them out on occasion once in a while. Let's figure this out more. Butt-faced Messiah. Yeah, I have heard good things about bare-faced Messiah, Dusty. And it is on Audible, so it's certainly an option. It's certainly an option for us to read. Next. So the fairy doesn't work if you don't cough. Apparently, the story is it doesn't work if you don't cough. I'm happy it's not an L. Ron book too, Dusty. That makes me happy too. I was not looking forward to the possibility of having to read L. Ron Hubbard. He is not fun to read. Exactly, truth. So the ferry was fun. It was $5. The river is in a deeply cut a deeply cut cliff on one side. It's cut deeply into the cliff. And so getting up out of the river from the ferry. I mean, I knew we were going down on the approach we were taking to the ferry, but coming off the ferry, that approach is like steep and straight down, y'all. Certainly, I have added this to the list of things we must do when brain fog comes to visit. Yeah, this will be fun. We get to go on I didn't really even know there was a river ferry here in the Portland area. And I mean, it certainly does not compare to Washington State ferries. Does not and cannot compare to Washington State ferries. They give you, 45 minutes across the Puget Sound with unbelievable views. This wasn't that. This was, a little river ferry on a little ferry that fit 6 boats. Did you guys ever see War Games with Matthew Broderick and Ali Sheedy? Pretty sure it was Ali Sheedy. Was it Ali Sheedy? Now it's going to bug me. War Games. Ali Sheedy. Matthew Broderick and Ali Sheedy. That's right. So there is this scene in War Games where they're trying to get to the programmer's house and they run and jump onto the ferry and just make the last ferry on. And that, growing up in the Midwest where ferries don't exist, or at least not in my world, they didn't exist. There's ferries at Madeline Island and all over the Midwest, but not in my universe. And so that was always just such an exotic scene to me. And getting onto this ferry today It was the first time I had seen a fairy that seemed reminiscent of this fairy in war games. So that's a little esoteric fact about me that I didn't even quite realize, y'all. I always thought Ally Sheedy was just the cutest thing. What's a good one, Kristen? Tell me, because now I've forgotten. What's a good one? Guys, this short-term memory fog thing. Oh, the cough? Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. My children look at me crazy. Why you're doing that? I'm like, because it doesn't count really if you don't cough. Sort of kind of doesn't count if you don't cough. It's weird that way. So let's call a third Minnesota goodbye. I know it's going fast. It seems a waste if you don't. Exactly. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Third Minnesota goodbye reading a book, Kristen? Help me out there. Let's see who we can get. Sunrise Dawn, it is possible to be a moderator and get a prize. Get an award, get a third Minnesota goodbye prize. That is possible. Red almost made it today. It's nice to see you, Red. I have missed you. Now you do, Sunrise Dawn. I will find you an award. I will find you an award. Ah. We've missed you deeply, Red. I am glad you're back. Yeah, you can use all of them. I know you're joking. I will make you guys. I will make you guys one. I wore my Winnie the Pooh sweatshirt today, y'all. And I got home and Orion insisted he had to come up on my lap and he was filthy. So now I've got to wash it. It's a dirty mess. It's a dirty mess. You haven't used them before? There's a fuchsia one. There's a buds one. I don't know how we've managed to get the 421 past the sensors so far. Dawn, you're still here. Dawn, are you still here or are you back? Because if you're back, you were in third Minnesota goodbye, girl. Are you back or are you still here? This is important. Very important. I need to know. I need to know. There's a song. 80s song. No, not by Doja Cat. Yep, Mark Antony. Mark Antony is what was coming in my head with Need to Know. You've been here the whole time? Okay, Dawn. Well, darn, we thought we had a third Minnesota goodbye. We thought we had a third Minnesota goodbye. It was worth a try. It's nice you've been here the whole time, though. I've really missed seeing you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a very hard time. So we need to hold each other up, be friends, be support for each other, help each other out. You're in bed, Dusty? Well, it is kind of late. It is kind of late. You're finally editing pics and videos from the cruise. Wow, Dawn. That's why it finally got uploaded. After Dark with Dusty. Under the Covers with Dusty. Dusty. I know more than once I have been in bed watching someone's live stream. Pup groomer. Not anybody in particular, pup groomer. I wonder if I say her name 3 times, will she show up? That used to work for Jen. If you said Jen's name 3 times, she would show up. It was fun. Not hollering at you, sweetie. I've been known to hang in pup groomers on occasion. I really adore her. You watch her from bed every night? Pup groomer, yes. Yeah, I can't wait to see all the fun either, Dawn. It sounds like it was an amazing time. Yeah, hey Jen, where are you? Come on by. Pup Groomer and her chat are a ton of fun. I am so glad she started doing daily lives. It is a wonderful thing. Really, Dusty? This morning as I was leaving for work, there was a huge bald eagle on a tree across the street. You got pictures and video. They live on a cell tower behind my house. That's so cool, Dusty. Did you guys see I was out hiking the other day? And this isn't a big deal, but I thought it was kind of fun. Let me find it. There they are. Look at them. This is what I got. Okay, I'll show that, Dusty. Okay. Yeah, these are the same. Okay. You have a lot here by the lake. That's nice, Susan. That's really nice. There you are, Dusty. Oh my goodness gracious, Dusty. You are not kidding. Wow. Okay, let's see if I can show these. Let me see if YouTube lets me do it. Here we go. Okay, you guys can see that, right? There's 1, 2, 3. Excellent pictures. 2, 1. It is as big as a 5-year-old. Here's the video. Yeah, I wouldn't want Orion to come across him. Could you guys hear that? Should I play it again? Yeah, they are beautiful, but I wouldn't want. Yeah, didn't hear it. Okay, let me stop sharing and try sharing again. I can't share the audio. Only can I share the audio on tabs. That is unfortunate if I've got the video local, but that's okay. There wasn't much to hear. There was just other birds. Singing. 4 foot, that's as tall as your old manager. That's funny, Kristen. Well, I'm not kidding when I say I wouldn't want Orion to come up against that, because that would win between he and Orion. He would take Orion out. So here's what I found on my nature walk, guys. It's not near what Dusty found, but I thought it was a pretty cool picture. They're all the same. That's my nature walk photo. For what it's worth. It flew down to a dead tree, grabbed a stick, and flew to the nest with a big old stick. Yep. With a big old stick. He's bigger than Orion by a fair piece. A very fair piece. Much bigger than Orion. Have to follow sad to have to follow the eagle, the poor mushrooms. Exactly. Exactly, Kristen. Home repairs. Just that, Sunrise. You want to start growing mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms, Mr. Dusty Man? What kind of mushrooms you want to start growing? You gonna start growing those magic-y mushrooms? That's probably not a good idea in Florida. But the lion's mane mushrooms are really good for you. Yep, he's not looking down for a parking spot. Exactly, Red. Exactly. He and Orion tangle, Orion will lose. Yeah. Shiitake mushrooms. Nice, Dusty. Yeah, let's not grow us any of them illegal mushrooms. That would be unwise. That would be unwise. Although it is not illegal, technically illegal in Oregon. Oh, Susan, I would love to see pictures. I would love to see pictures. Yes, they do sell spore kits and everything, Kristen, but I have learned growing mushrooms is much more difficult than it seems to be. At least for me. I do not grow things well. I am bad. I am bad. Thank you, Susan. You're too lazy? I am told it's easy peasy. And I may get motivated again if I can get somebody to help me out so I'm not failing again, because it's not inexpensive to try and fail. And I have tried and failed twice now. Yeah, exactly. I tried and failed twice now, and you told me this was easy peasy. Apparently. Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have to grow very much to not have to pay at all for a really long time. So I got to get somebody to teach me how. I got to get somebody to teach me how. Dusty, did you fall asleep? We're going to miss a third Minnesota goodbye here in a minute. It's going to be time to go. I've been paying. I've not been paying not to do it. I've been paying to try, Kristen. I've been paying to try. You like regular button mushrooms? I like regular button mushrooms too. I think there is nothing wrong with a nice button mushroom sliced, sauteed with some garlic and some butter. Yes, I love me some mushrooms. Sauteed with some butter. I don't usually like them raw. And I do really like the regular button ones. They're just fine. They are just fine. That I won't eat. You can't get me to eat that. I won't. I have enough trouble eating seafood. I have to not think about what seafood is. I can't with escargot. I can't. You just made something easy to make and felt you were going to blow up your house. Wasn't legal and I freaked yourself out, and after it was done, I threw it all out. I am sorry. Yeah, easy to make. Exactly. No way, Dusty. Susan, I'm right there with you. Your hubby hates them. More for you. Exactly, Sunrise. Get the mushrooms down so we can all microdose. Yeah. Kristen is Breaking Bad. Yeah, she's back here with the Breaking Bad going on. Easy to make. I've tried. I've paid to fail twice. And I failed with growing my own weed too. Failed at growing my own weed too. Not. I don't succeed very much at growing things, even fungi. Ordering from Germany was involved. Kristen, my cousin went to jail for doing shit like that. So please be careful, sweetie. Please be careful. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I love lobster and I love crab and I really love prawns and shrimp. And I know that they're essentially bugs. But I have to put that out of my mind because I like the way they taste. But I cannot bring myself to do that. I cannot bring myself to do escargot, Dusty. Are you really going to make me? Yeah. I'm like, Dusty, are you really going to make me do that? Your mom's college chemistry class was raided by the feds during class one day. Turns out her professor was having students cook up MDMA, collecting it, and selling it. Fuzzy, for reals? It was real life Breaking Bad? Now, wait a second. How old is your mom, Fuzzy? Andrea's on my side? Good. I'm hanging with Andrea. MDMA in college? MDMA was legal back then. I want to hear this story. I mean, you just told me. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. That's amazing. That's amazing. My husband had a chemistry teacher who only had one forearm and hand. Only had one. That was his chemistry teacher. That was the beginning, middle, and end of the safety lecture for high school chemistry was the lack of a forearm. Yeah. Best makers of drugs are professors. Wow, Kristen, I have this sense you're not kidding. Yep, that was the beginning, middle, and end of the high school chemistry safety lecture. Yep. That's okay, Dawn. I'm going to be wrapping up. Take care, sweetie. I know it's late where you are. I'm going to get going myself, y'all. I've got to work tomorrow and I had a full day today. I just wanted to come on. Indigo, did we lose you? We must have lost you way back. You did a lot of Grateful Dead in the 80s? Enough said, Dusty. Night, Sunrise. Sleep tight. Enough said, Dusty. You guys want to know a secret? I I'd never gotten high before it became legal. Never once. Never once got high. And even for several years after it was legal. I also didn't realize I had an anxiety problem. So things you learn. You're going to bed? Yeah. Yes, Dusty, you're already in bed. Tell Andrea, give you an elbow in the ribs. Your party sold big Uhuru chocolate chip cookies at Dead concerts, followed them around, and sold a bunch of stuff at their concerts. Yeah? My party sold big Uhuru chocolate chip cookies at Dead concerts. Oh, your party. Got it. I got it now. The party followed the Dead around and sold stuff at their concerts, including the big Uhuru chocolate chip cookies. That's really interesting, Kristen. Fundraising always. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Okay, y'all. We have come to the end. Yet again, without a third Minnesota goodbye winner. It's really, really a sad state of affairs. We're going to have to do something about that. But until then, y'all, thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for being members. I am glad you caught me too, Dawn. I've really missed you. Maybe a good sign? Maybe. Sweet dreams, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for Wheel. Don't forget, there's Wheel tomorrow. Hey, everybody. Wheel Wednesday, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Be here, be square. Be there, be square. Something like that. Night, y'all. Bye-bye.